Oh man, so Phantom is up another 4% today, but the charts aren't as clean as we would expect, and there is a potential obstacle for us to face, which I've been making you guys aware of in the last few videos, that I'll need to bring to your attention again. So please stay with me till the very end, guys. We're going to take a quick look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, as you can see on the chart right now, is creating a bit of an issue for us here. Remember, like I said, for our favorite altcoins to continue to run, in this video we're talking about Phantom, but also Luna and Avalanche and some of our favorites, we need Bitcoin to remain on a bullish trend to the upside. We had our reversal from the downward wedge, fine, we broke into the upside, but what has just happened in the last few 4-hourly candles has got me a little bit concerned, because what we were unable to do right here was create a higher high. Now, if I throw myself out of the way just there, you can see here we wicked to the technical price target, right? I said we're going to get to the top of the wedge. We met that price target fine, albeit by a small wick, because the bears immediately pushed it down. And at that point, I became a little bit worried because we weren't able to fully get to the price target, and the bears showed some real strength here at 52,000. Now, unfortunately, that strength has prevailed. We saw this little bit of a consolidation. If I bring the EMA ribbon out here on the 4-hourly, I thought, okay, let's come cool down and let's get a strong bounce to the upside. Now, we did get that strong bounce as predicted since we recorded the last video, but I wanted a higher high. We created a higher low, which is fantastic. Okay, so we've got a low here, higher low, higher low. Now we need another higher high. So we need to post a high about here. More importantly, we need to get through that 52,000 level mark on Bitcoin before the roads become a bit more greener. So I'm a little bit worried here that we've just created a little bit of a lower high here. We've had 2 4-hourly red candles there in the meantime. So we do need to keep an eye on this. It could just be a little bit of it just needs a second retest. So it could just be that it wants to penetrate the EMA ribbon a little bit and then head higher. However, if we start creating a lower low, so if this becomes lower than this low here, at that point it gets a little bit worrying, okay? Because what we could be forming also is a potential head and shoulders pattern. So we need to be very wary of that. Could that be what we could be seeing on the downside? Very early to say. Need to keep an eye on this with a neckline potentially around there. And if we continue to head to the downside, then we could see some further downside risk. Now, the reason I'm leaning a little bit bearish on this instance is because we know volumes have been very low over this festive period. And even today, I know a lot of the Western countries, including London and the UK, have a day in lieu holiday, right? Because Christmas fell on a Saturday, they get the Monday off as well. So a lot of institution traders, and just even retail traders as well, just won't be on their devices, right? They'll be spending time with family, and they won't really check their portfolio. So volumes are thin, and I expect a bit of higher volumes coming in over the next few days as they shake off the holiday season. So I do want to keep that in mind, and potentially that could be giving us a bit of a bearish bias. So we'll want to keep an eye on that, because we won't know the true direction until that volume comes in. So I need to stay prepared for both the upside and the downside, and now's a critical moment, right? Because we could come down and create a lower low, in which case there's risk to the downside, looking at support levels around 48,900 or even down to 47,800. Or if we can come and test the EMA ribbon nice and strongly, we've got some good horizontal support coming in here as well at 50,000. Can we bounce and then just on second attempt create a higher high, push through 52, and we continue on our upward trend? And that's what we ultimately want to see. We want to see this continue to the upside. Right, so that's the update on Bitcoin. And very quickly now we're going to move on to Phantom, because like I said, Phantom is still looking strong, still a green candle today, but I need to make this very clear to you guys and make you guys aware of what I've just seen in the chart. So if you appreciate that, smash up the likes, guys, subscribe, because I know you guys enjoy these Phantom updates. So make sure that I can see that in the likes, so I can continue to bring you these updates based on your appreciation for them. So with Phantom, let's just remove this EMA ribbon for a second. What we can see is we're still on an absolute tear, guys. You can just see this from this point here at the low, sorry, not at the low, but from the moment that we decided to break the wedge, you can see from 132, it's just ran all the way up, wicked all the way up to 244. We're sitting at 236 right now. But what has got me not concerned, but I need to make you guys aware of it, and I mentioned it in the previous video as well, we're seeing 2 red flowery candles here exactly at this horizontal resistance level at $2.37, okay? So don't be surprised to see if we get a little bit of retracement down, even down to 223, because 223 is where your Fibonacci 0.5 level comes into play, okay? That's where your Fibonacci level comes into play, so we could get a little bit of a cooling off. Having said that, if you look at this run so far, you kind of had 1 hourly candle and then back to green, 2 hourly candles, big move up, 2 hourly candles, big move up. Could this be it? And then a big move up. We've got another 2.5 hours left of this 4 hourly candle, so we want to see how this plays out. Either way, we need to break through this level here at 237 and then head higher. Even we're coming to retest the 237 mark once we break through. So the what I'm seeing here is either we can move here, create a bounce, and then head higher, or we may need to come down to this level before testing to the upside. So this is what I'm looking out for here on Phantom. Now, if I bring out the EMA ribbon, you can see we've got very good extension here on the hourly. Okay, guys, you can see how extended these ribbons have become, and that suggests that we have a really strong bullish bias right now. Things are really looking really good. A lot of people are talking about Phantom, a lot of hype around Phantom. You guys have known we've been covering Phantom for a long time. Even when people didn't want to talk about it, we were here covering this almost on a daily basis. Well, yeah, daily basis, guys, covering Phantoms in its peaks, in its troughs, from these periods all the way to these periods. We're here covering this. So hopefully you guys have got yourselves some good entries. I know a lot of you have been commenting below with what entries you've got. Why don't you go ahead and do that, guys? Comment below what your entry price is for Phantom. I'm going to make another video about, is it too late to enter Phantom? And if you guys are on the fence or you've just started building your conviction on Phantom, what is a good entry point? I'm going to make a video about that. Probably when I'm out and about, just point the camera and just have a quick chat to you guys about what's a good way to approach this and how to enter here on Phantom if you haven't managed to already. So 4 hourly looking good on the EMA ribbon. Good extension. If I switch to the daily as well, what I want to remind you guys of is here on the, not the weekly, we'll come to weekly in a second. Very quickly on the daily, this is looking amazing, guys. Okay, just look at that daily chart. This is textbook stuff right here. Okay, from the move here, from the inside of the wedge, beautiful explosion. We've not had a red day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on our 7th green day here. Really bursting through resistance levels here on 165, 194, and now fighting here at 237. We're seeing a lot of small micro battles on the hourly and 4 hourly charts, but nothing has led to a daily resistance just yet. We've not had a red daily candle. Probably get one at some point, right? You can't sustain this kind of parabolic move, nor do I want it. I mean, if you look at this move here, you have big strong moves and then maybe a red candle just to call off, and then again and a couple of red candles. So that's kind of what we're looking for here. But this is really strong, guys. Even just looking back, the last time we've had, how many did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 daily candles green in a row. You're probably going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 here back in September. Okay, so that was a massive move here to the upside. That was one of the biggest moves here after flipping the EMA ribbon. You saw here that once we flipped the EMA ribbon, you had 4 green days. We had 1 calling off, another green day, another calling off, and then 7 in a row. This time we've got 7 in a row. Will we get a 1 red candle and then continue to move to the upside? I think so. I think that's what we're going to see. If I bring out the volume profile as well, if we look at the VPVR, you can see exactly like I said, this was always going to be a fighting period. I said this plenty of times, when now this was the point of control for the VPVR. This is where a lot of the volume was, and then we do get a bunch of green grass, so to speak, okay? We really do get a clear run, and that is why we've managed to burst straight through it. But the interesting thing is how we're showing really good strength, even at this level here. At these levels here between $2 all the way up to about $2.30, I expected this to be very tough because there's still decent volume in here, but it just shows the bullish bias that Phantom has right now. It's really got the attention, it's really moving to the upside. Okay, so that's what I'm watching out for here on Phantom. I'm not concerned if we get a red candle tomorrow or the day after when people start getting back to their desks. In fact, that'd be perfectly healthy and could set us up for a bigger move to the upside. So that's what I'm looking out for here on Phantom. Daily chart is looking super bullish, and again, you can just see our the extension we're about to get. So here, what you're seeing here on the EMA ribbon is we're almost about to get a flip, okay? So we're going to get a flip here. These will then rotate and it can start really expanding to the upside, which would just, if I show you how that's happened in the past, like here, okay? So just here, this is exactly where you flip, and then it really starts extending on your upwards move. So if we can get a flip here, we can really start setting up for a big move to the upside here, creating new all-time highs on Phantom. Looking really good. If I quickly move to the weekly, guys, just to give you a comprehensive views, always really important when you're doing technical analysis, guys, you want to have confluence of different time frames. Really, really important. If you're seeing a story where you're seeing a pattern on the daily, a bullish pattern on the daily, you're seeing a different bullish pattern on you know, the weekly, and one on the 4 hourly, that gives you that confidence. It gives you that confidence that everything is moving in tandem, okay? And if we look here on the weekly, really, really strong bounce here off the EMA ribbon. And this is what should give you a lot of confidence right now, is we didn't even get to the bottom of the weekly. Bottom of the weekly candle, flipping bearish on weekly candle, on a weekly time frame is below 96, and Phantom held high at $1.15. That should give you a lot of confidence, and you can just see how it exploded back. And like I said, the coins which bounce back the quickest are the ones which have the biggest mind share right now, because when the whole market crashed, like Bitcoin just crashed and took all the altcoins with it when it retraced, the ones which bounce back are the ones that are going to do super well in a bullish market. And you can see here, really strong candle here. Can we set up for another strong week here, or will we have, will we fit? So we've got, how long have we got left of this week? We've got 6 days left of this candle here. Can we have a good explosive move to the upside before maybe having 1 week, flat to down or smaller green candle before heading higher? So looking really good here on Phantom. If you just look at that chart, that is beautiful. We've not had a bigger green candle here probably since 30th of August. So looking super bullish on Phantom. So there you have it, guys. A few things to watch out for on the 4-hourly in terms of that resistance level. Need to keep an eye on that. Do we need to head down to 223 before getting some support and heading higher, or are we just going to push through 237 right now? We're sitting at 237-ish right now. Let's see how the bulls and the bears get on over the next couple of hours here on the charts, and no doubt if I see anything, I'll bring you guys an update. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.